The HERS rater is not a builder. The HERS rater is not selling furnaces. The HERS rater is an independent, I'm going to use the term engineer. They're not registered engineers. A few of them actually are. But they are people who measure things and give a professional, unbiased report on what they've measured. So that's what they're all about. Now, again, we in Colorado have had some things like this for really many years, 20 years. eStar has been promoting this whole concept, and I think now the time is right. It's actually taking off. But rating the home, right now most of these guys work for builders who are doing green built homes, build green homes, Earthcraft homes, whatever they're doing. They've got to do this, so they've got sort of a built-in business there. You know, if these builders want to do this, they've got to hire a rater. The rater has to be a certified rater, so here they come. They haven't reached out to the existing home residential community to a great degree. There are some who are doing that, but they're just beginning to see the absolutely huge market that exists to figure out the miles per gallon. When people walk into a car dealership now, question number one is how many miles per gallon does this get? Okay, it should be the same when they start looking at homes. How many miles per gallon? What is the score, or in fact, in this system, ResNet that certifies the raters is now called a HERS index. That's the way they have, we've heard about HERS scores for years. This is now a HERS index. That's the new system, the one John was talking about. And it used to be that we would look for a HERS score, and if it was a low number, we'd kind of say, that's not such a good house. If it was a high number, we'd say, great house. It's the other way around there.
Right. No, that's right. That's right. You got that? Please.
Some examples.
Repeat it 3 or 4 times for you, because used to be a good score was a high score. Now a good score is going to be a low score.
Couple of examples here, and you always have to have some reference point. And the reference point just changed, which was one of the reasons they used this opportunity to turn the scoring upside down and make an index out of it. There's something called the 2006 IECC code, International Energy Conservation Code. Okay, there will be a test later. That's question 8. No, there is not in fact a test. How did we miss out on that? But anyway, that's the new standard. You don't need to know what's in it. Just understand that it's a 2006 product. So it incorporates an awful lot of the things that have been going on in the last few years in this technology and in the ability to meet higher and higher standards. A house that meets the code, just meets it, has an index of 100. Okay, that's where we start. 100 meets that code. 2006, firm standards, all kinds of stuff that's got to be there or they don't meet it. That's a 100 house. If it's 50% better than that, if it uses only half the energy of that standard code house, then it would have a HERS score, or HERS, I'm sorry, I keep saying it, HERS index of 50. It's only on average going to use 50% as much energy as the one that meets the current normal standard, middle of the road. This is what John was talking about. They keep raising the bar, and people are still complaining, well, the bar's not high enough. Okay, but we only get there a step at a time. We don't get there all at once. So the HERS index on this, 50, lower is good. 100 meets the standard. 50 is even better than 100 because it's a lower number. How low can we go? We can actually go below this. But there can be a HERS index of 0, and there's some references around here to zero energy homes. It's a home that produces the same amount of energy that it uses. It's not a net user of energy. The technology's there. This can be done now. It's going to be typically a property built from the ground up to do that. So your existing home is probably not going to be a 0 index. But let's say you had an existing home that right now was, and it's not, the score or the index goes up to 500, by the way. If you're 5 times lousier, you use 5 times as much energy as the standard home, you get a 500 index. But let's say you had an existing home with an index of 175. Using 75% more than modern techniques could make it possible to use. Okay, maybe you could help that. And that's where the rater can come in, say, okay, this is a very attractive home in a very good neighborhood, built in 1992. Oh, that's a few years ago. And it scores, or it has an index of 162. Okay, real estate professional, it's an opportunity for you. Because the rater is going to say, here are some of the things that aren't working as well as they could. 2 possibilities. 1, the seller fixes some of that before you put it on the market, and you get it re-rated, and you market the heck out of the fact that even though this is a 1992 house in this very nice neighborhood, it now has a HERS index that is only 98. It's doing really well compared to the rest of the neighborhood. So now you've got a buyer in there looking in the neighborhood, and they say, well, what do those other houses rate? We don't know. We don't know. I can show you the rating on this house before they did the fix-up, but I don't know about the others. Don't make up numbers. It's not good.
Not good.
It's not good.
Not good.
So, but we can get facts. We can bring it out on the table and talk about it.